for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Rodgers on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
There. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Colts ball carrier.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yardage he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did in Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now the first carry here for Robinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Julian Blackmon in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Complete.
Paris Campbell, 34 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
5-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Looking long for Westbrook. He's got a man. Complete. Give him 32 on the play.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
There was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Naeem Hines, his first carry, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Minshew. Caught Eifert over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. This is caught. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 34-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 31-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And here comes Westbrook. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Nyheim Hines, 81 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
At the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Looking deep for Hilton, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
First down.
Rivers now, the throw on 1st down. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Draw play as Rivers gives to Taylor. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Rivers on 1st down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. So close, couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way, I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1 yard line.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Nyheim Hines on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Jaguars 21. Colts.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down.
First down, Rivers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's a gain of
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw again. Rivers. This one into the hands of Burton. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On 2nd down now. It's Taylor trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Joe Schobert.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
He'll have a first down and more past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now it's Hines. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. with the goal.
And now look at him go. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 71 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Rivers. That is caught inside the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a timeout taken.
18-yard line.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Out of the gun is Minshew. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd down, it's Hines. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready? 60 or. Bravo. Right there. 54.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And able to find Conley. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
At the 49-yard line.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Check 26, check 20, number West.
Now Minshew. To the left side here for Eifert. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
And 9 at the 50-yard line.
This is Hines. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And Eifert has it. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
3-yard line.
They run with Hines. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10.
And 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Minshew. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there, and what a great play he just made.
He was taken down by
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
at the Colts 25-yard line.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. Now a toss play. It's Hines. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. Looking deep for Hilton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And a great return as he... This all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Here's Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
Is good.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Throwing again. Griffin. Caught left side by Hilton. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton. 75 yards. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Hines on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time,
Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Griffin. He's got Burton here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Incomplete.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Jay Henderson.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Griffin. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Jaguars 42, Colts 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. Out to his left. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Complete.
Paris Campbell, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further.
Colts 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, in that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Minshew sets to throw. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Look at me. Zipper.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Minshew eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work by Minshew there to pick up the 1st.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down now. It's Hines. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week one. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week one. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up second.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Out of the gun, Griffin. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Griffin. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. On 1st down, Griffin. He completes this one to Mack. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now a desperation throw. It's caught at the 10. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. He finds an opening past the 40. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play that time for the Colts. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now on 2nd and 13. Griffin. Flush to his right. Finding the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter. And now can really take some time off the clock. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
They run again with Hines. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. It's going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Jacksonville, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.